Hi, this is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a grid in Photoshop. First off, let's go ahead and create a new file. I'm going to use the dimensions of 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. Resolution set to 300 pixels per inch. Color mode is RGB color. And then I like to work with just a transparent background for my background, but you could always select white here. And then the color profile is sRGB. I'm going to go ahead and click on Create. To create our grid, we are going to use the line tool. So right now I have the line tool selected, but if you right click, you can see that it is under the shape tools. And then we have our line tool selected. You can go ahead and zoom out a little bit, command with the minus key. And then I'm just going to click here at the top, and then I'm going to hold the shift key just to constrain it to an up and down. And then we'll go ahead and let go there. And we see that we missed a little bit towards the edge, so we can just drag that all the way down there. Here under my tool settings, we see that we have our stroke. I'm just going to make this line a little bit skinnier. Let's go 100 pixels. And then let's go ahead and align it to the center. So I'm going to use the align tool here. Here it is grayed out, but what we need to change is this align to the canvas, and then we'll have the option to center it here on our canvas. Going to the layers panel, I'm going to convert this to a smart object. So I'm going to go right click, convert to smart object. And then let's go ahead and duplicate this layer to make our grid. So we'll right click, duplicate layer, and then we'll want to rotate it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to edit, transform, let's rotate it, and then let's just select 90 degrees here. So we have our grid, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this as a pattern. So let's go ahead and bring up the patterns panel. I currently have it open, but if you do not see it, you're going to go to Window, selecting Patterns here. And then there are two ways to save a pattern. You can go to Edit, Define Pattern, or with the Patterns panel, you just click on this plus icon, and then you can give it a name. Let's just call it Grid 1. We'll click on OK. And then we can see here in my Patterns panel our newly created grid pattern. Let's go ahead and test this. I'm going to create a new document, File, New. I'm going to use the dimensions of digital scrapbook paper, which is 3600 pixels by 3600 pixels. Let's go ahead and select artboards because we're going to test more than one pattern. I have my resolution set to 300, and we'll go ahead and click on Create. So let's go ahead and add our pattern. So I'm going to go to the layers panel here and just click on this half circle, and we'll select a pattern adjustment layer. From here, you can select your pattern. I prefer to actually select it from the patterns panel. So I'm just going to click on OK, and then I'm going to select my pattern. So given the scale of our pattern, this is pretty big for our paper. So I'm just going to double click, and then we are going to scale it down. So let's try 20%. Probably even go a little bit lower for this digital paper here. And then let's go ahead and give it a background color. So we'll select our adjustment layer here. This time I'm going to select solid color. And then for the background, let's just use white FFF, clicking on OK, and then I'll drag that back here. And then let's actually duplicate that layer. We'll right click, duplicate layer, and then we'll bring it to the top. This is going to be our color. Let's pick a color. Let's select this blue one here, clicking on OK. And then to recolor that pattern, you are going to create a clipping mask. So I'm going to right click and then select Create Clipping Mask, and it will now take on the color of that layer. We'll jump back into our original document here. What's nice is that we created this with a smart object. So if you decide that the thickness of your line isn't exactly what you want it to be, we can just jump back into that smart object. Say we want it actually thicker than we have it. To do that first, let's go ahead and adjust our canvas size. And then let's just bring this up to be wider so then we can easily add in or make our object bigger. So we have our line tool selected. Let's just bring this up. Let's go 300 pixels. So let's go ahead and save this. Command or Control S to save it. And then we'll go back into our grid here. We can see that those smart objects have been updated. So let's just go ahead and save that pattern. We'll go grid 2, and then we'll test it here in our document. And we used artboards for this document, so I'm just going to go ahead and rename this one. Let's go grid 1. And then let's go ahead and duplicate this artboard. So I'm going to zoom out, Command or Control with the minus. And then let's access our artboard tool. So we'll go to the Move tool, right click, artboard tool here. And then I am just going to hold down the option click for Mac. That would be Alt click for PC. And then I'm just going to drag it as a copy here. And then we can rename this if we'd like, grid 2. And then let's select our second pattern here. And we can see that we have a thicker version of our grid. And again, it's really easy to change out the colors. Maybe we want it opposite. We can change the colors there. And then what's also fun is if you click on your pattern fill layer, bring down your opacity to 50%, you can get that kind of two-tone effect with your pattern. If you want to save out your digital paper, in this case we are working with artboards, I'm going to go to File, Export, Artboards to Files. Here under Browse, just click to select the destination where you want to save it. And then you can give your file a prefix, or otherwise it's just going to save out the artboard name. So I'm going to skip prefix. And then here we want to make sure artboard content only is selected. And then under file type, we have JPEG selected. And then under these export options, if you click into it, you want to make sure that include artboard name is not selected here. So then we can just go ahead and run it. And then it will go ahead and save out each of those files as their own file. If we jump back into this document here, in this case, if you weren't working with artboards and you just wanted to save out an individual file, maybe in this case you want to save the transparent version of your file, you'll go to File, Save a Copy, give it a name, grid 2, and then I'll just add in swatch at the end. And then on my computer here, select where you want to save it. And then here under format, you can select JPEG and it would save it with a white background, or in this case, PNG, if you want to keep that transparency, and then you would just click to save it. Thanks for watching this video on how to make a grid in Photoshop. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. This is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. See you next time.